Hello everyone and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room Recap for Thursday, May the 30th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions you might have for me, you can use this email address. And this is a link to get into our free trading room. It is 100% free. You don't even have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our free trading room. And I open the room every morning at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. That's when I start to share my screen, get live on the mic at about 9:05, and I go up to 3:30 Mondays to Thursdays, and up to 3 o'clock on Fridays. And in the email you're getting, you'll see a promo code for 15% off. That'll be 15% off the first month only, or the entire year of a Trade Ideas subscription. Well, what a day. And you know what? I only traded one stock today so far. And just let me get it here. Put the wrong symbol in. Here we go. And that is ELTK. Now, ELTK, if you were in the room yesterday, you know it had a tremendous day yesterday. And it kind of surprised me. You know, the opening, it's harder to see it on the 15, but on the 5 it looked like it was going to be over. Had the big pop pre-market. It was an earnings play. And you got to remember now, this was $1.57 the day before, and it gets as high as $8.78. I mean, that's a tremendous percentage increase, obviously. But it was an earnings play, and I thought, well, okay, unless there's some other catalyst that's going to keep it going today, it really probably wouldn't do very much. And yeah, in the pre-market, after hours yesterday, it started to move up. You know, it sold off yesterday afternoon, and then, but after hours, it did move up. But then look at this. And then I see this in the morning. I thought, okay, that's got to be it. No way can this keep going up. However, I was watching slowly at the same time. And of course, this is the one that was the most incredible one for 3 days. This day, one day, actually 2 days. And it finally gave it up. I mean, you know, this was pretty choppy yesterday. And it finally gave it up and looked like, okay, that's it for it. But when this started happening, I thought, you know what? There could be a lot of traders, who are going to be looking at ELTK also and see if it can have, you know, a bit of a day like it had the day before. And now this is an entirely different situation. This has news. The news looks pretty cool, you know, tattoo removal, maybe cellulite removal. So it's got a lot of interest, shall we say. Whereas the other one, and this is really why I did not think it would do that much today, it's just a news release, earnings release. And okay, unless you're going to, you know, keep popping news out about it, I figured that was it. Anyway, I was wrong. I was glad I was wrong. I ended up taking this stock right here. I was waiting for the 732 break. I ended up getting it at 737. I sold some. I mean, it popped almost immediately right through here. I sold some at 811. And man, I think it got halted a couple of times. I can't remember exactly where the halts were. My main sale was right up here at 1070. I mean, what a tremendous mover. And at the end, at $9, I got out. I just had a little bit left. Now it's even starting to move still, but I got out the rest at $9. But this took some off here, always do, on something like this where you just never know. It's a low float situation. We have 880,000 in the float, so you never know. So I had to take some off here. My main sell was up here though, just sort of, you know, remember now, at one point this candle was green all the way up there. So anyway, tremendous trade for a lot of us in the trading room. It's funny because when I was doing the pre-market work, I actually thought this might be the one that was going to really rip. It did have some news. It's another low float, 1.5 million in the float. And this is all the pre-market, I think. Oh yeah, 915. So there's the last candle. Got all the way up there in the pre-market, up to 584. Market opened. It did move up here and then it pulled back. And I said, okay, if it can get back up to 560, 550, I might get back into it. It never did it. You know, it looked like it was trying here, but it didn't do it because it had some room on the daily chart, but it just didn't do it and kind of fizzled for the balance of the day. Now, there was one Holly alert that I'm almost positive I would have taken, and that's this HYGS. Now, the reason I didn't take it is because, of course, I was so wrapped up in the ELTK, I couldn't take my eyes off it. But this was just a tremendous alert. Exactly the sort of thing I like. The right price range for me. The trigger was at 10.95, got as high right there at 12.43. Now the interesting thing is there was the target. Now, in my opinion, these are just artificial targets. This was just 75 cents above. All right. So as I said to people, just because Holly got out, if you took this trade, yeah, maybe you want to get out a little bit, but there's no reason to get out of the entire trade. The trade was still working and it still moved up afterwards. All right. So in my opinion, these targets are just guides. You certainly don't have to follow them to the T. It's if the trade is still working for you. And the other reason I like this one, if you look at it on the daily, well, of course you see nothing on the daily. Let me look at it on the weekly. Yeah, I mean, you just have to look. So there's 11.98. So it had the chance to get up to that level there. So from 10.95 over about $1. So I love that. I looked at that, and that's only one topping tail. I mean, I don't know if that even was going to stall it, and obviously it didn't. It didn't. I mean, it's sitting just underneath it now, but it got as high as 12.40. So all I'm saying is that when I look at the Holly alerts, I have a certain price range that I like. It doesn't have to be yours. Certainly under $20. And then when I see a daily that looks like this, then I think, okay, I get very, very interested. So, and again, the only reason I didn't take that trade is I had to watch the ELTK like a hawk. All right, that is about it. I want to get back into the trading room, bring back the capture program. So if you want to join us and have a lot of fun, we definitely find stuff to trade all the time. A lot of people thought this would be kind of a blah week. Earnings are definitely at the low ebb of earnings season. And, we had it's a short week. Memorial Day was on Monday, but it's been nothing like that. We've had the two to really concentrate on the last 3 days, the Solly and the ELTK, and others also. But I mean, those two just made for a lot of excitement in the trading room. So if you have any questions for me, you can use this email address. This is a link to get into our free room. I'll open the room tomorrow at 9 o'clock, and I hope to see you tomorrow in our trading room. Bye-bye.